welcome back. This is Nat again. When I left you on part 5, I'd been talking about my arrival home, and we ended it on my having a face like a bulldog after being blown up after going on a binge from breaking up with my boyfriend and just dealing with emotions, or not dealing with emotions as be it. So began my roller coaster. I still had some herbs, so I went back on my herbs and went back on my special, straight back onto my food. I got the bloating back down. However, the problem that, in hindsight, I can see the problem was the yeast had grown back. So for over the course of the year, what happened was I stayed on that roller coaster. I wasn't able to get off of it, and I couldn't work out why. I stick to my diet, but then I still had this thing of going to people's houses. So I made this decision with myself that I would eat really good when I went to someone's house. I was allowed to eat what they gave me. Again, putting what other people think of before myself. Restaurants I was okay with. I learned to eat omelettes in the morning for breakfast if we went out. I'd order steamed fish and vegetables. Or salad with olive oil dressing. That wasn't a problem. The problem was when I was at people's houses. The other problem was when I was at work and I'm a teacher, and the kids would bring cake in, and you're tired and you've got no energy. And if you're like me, hello Candida, you think your mind's tricking you, and you're thinking, just eat a little bit of that cake. I'll just eat a tiny bit, just a taste. Before I knew it, I'd be sneaking in and grabbing second and third portions when no one was looking. So, but again, I'd then go back. My face would up like a bulldog. This was the roller coaster. I'd get it back down. And that's what my life was like. But it wasn't bad like before, don't get me wrong. I think it's very easy to be hard on yourself. Especially if you're like, if you're a Candida person, and we are hard on ourselves. I did a really good job. I did. And I did it the best I could. I'd gone from, I don't know if you can see this, but I went from here to here. Sort of like this. I'm going along. Okay, so much better than I was before. You know, I'm still loving life. 80% of the time. Because of the roller coaster, I had those other dips 20%. So, what I did was, the next school holidays, I decided it was time for my next step. So I took another 2 months to myself. And I knew that if I was going to come to my next level with Candida, I had to come back to the source. So I came to find Alicia. So this time, I gave my beautiful friends that I loved the biggest goodbyes in the world. Now, 2 of my friends actually came back with me, because what they learned from me was that they thought they might even have Candida. The people who didn't even realise it started seeing signs of me in themselves, and they were relating. So they came back. Other people too, they loved the food that I used to cook at home, so they started doing it as well, but that's a whole different story. So anyway, I'm back on the plane, and I'm coming back to Samui. I arrived with my friends. They did a little 4-day fast. I didn't fast this time because I know it's not right for me. When I got here, Alicia wasn't here, and I was devastated. However, so be it, the universe brought her to me. Again, about the same time as last time, under a week after I'd arrived, I walk in getting a glass of water, and who do you think I bump into the street? He's just flown back that morning. Alicia. So we're back on track. This time, because I had developed so much, I knew that it was time to work on my emotions. So